So sign numbers, we use positives and negatives. Okay, so if you have a sign in front, it's either a positive sign or a negative sign, and we're adding them together. So find the following sums by adding from left to right. Okay, so we're going to start by adding from left to right, just like how we read. So Kaden, what's -4 plus -3? All right, so I get -7, and then I have to rewrite the rest of the problem. Okay. And Aaron, what's -7 plus 2? -5, because I have to go left to right, so that would be the next one. Okay, good, makes a bigger negative. And Colton, what's -5 plus -5? Okay, good. They all join team negative. All right, that is one way to add side numbers, is left to right. So one step at a time, right? You add the next one, you add the next one, you add the next one, you add the next one. Okay, there's one more way that I want to show you. So I want you to have both ways in your notes, okay, for at least this first one. All right, so maybe I'll just do it right here. Second way is sign wars, okay? So we're going to join all the team negatives together, and we're going to join all the team positives together, and then we're going to add at the end. So team negative would be this guy, and this guy, right? So all of those make a bigger negative. So what's -4 plus -3 plus -5? Those are all team negative, Monica? Okay, those add to be -12. Then we have team positive. Team positive only has a +2. Okay, then I've got the negatives plus the positives. When they're opposite signs, you subtract. And who wins the war, right? So what's my answer? Same thing we just got, right? Which way do you guys think is easier? Yeah, sign wars is easier. You only have to show me 3 things. The sum of the negatives, the sum of the positives, and the answer. All right, so let's try it that way for the next one. All right, write this problem down in your notes. So we're going to add all the negatives together. So Josh, who's on team negative?
-8, -5, and another -8.
Okay, -8, -5, and another -8. So Josh B, what do all the negatives add to?
-21.
Very good. -21. Okay. They make a bigger negative, right? They all add to the same team. And Morgan W, what's all the positives?
13.
Okay, we only have a +13. Now that we have opposite signs, we subtract and see who wins the war. So Rebecca, what would my answer be?
6, -16.
What's 21 minus 13?
Oh, 6.
Almost. Monica?
8.
Yep. -8, and the negatives won the war because the 21 is bigger. Just use bigger, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, write this guy down. Let's try another one. Yeah, but this was so much easier to sign wars. Yeah, I would always do sign wars, personally. All right, Dustin, who's on team negative?
-8, -9.
Okay, so Anya, what's -8 plus -9 plus -4? Yep. Okay, Sophia, who's on team positive?
3 and 2.
Okay, the 3 and the 2. So Carson, what do I put for team positive?
5.
Okay. Now we gotta find the answer of that. -21 plus 5. So we subtract and see who wins the war. And so Kayla, what do you get for your answer? Okay, and who wins the war? Good. Okay. So you subtract because they're opposite signs. And the negatives win the war. All right.
5 people. 8 killing machines.
Go ahead and write this down. Okay, so Jayla, what's T negative add to?
Negative 17.
Good. And Morgan C, who's on T positive? 8 and 9. So Bree, what's 8 plus 9? What does the T positive add to?
17.
Positive 17. Who wins this war? Nobody.
They all die.
Answer is 0. Okay. Okay, one more thing I want to show you that we have not talked about. Lesson 68, we did a lot of those boxes, but we didn't really talk about how to write these equations. So I want you to add these to your notes today. What? Yeah, I know. I know, because we haven't talked about it. So add this to your notes. 68% of 360 is what number? Okay. So you're writing an equation, which we know how to do. We just haven't done it with percent. So 68%. There's two ways to write 68%. Anybody know? Monica? 0.68. What's the other way? Percent means out of 100. So I prefer you write it as a fraction. So whenever you have a percent, we're going to put it over 100. Alright? You will get it right if you use 0.68, but it's easier to use whole numbers instead of decimals. Alright? And then of means what? Times. Okay? 360. We're going to put that over 1. Okay? Is means what?
Equals
Good. And what number would we put?
10.
Good. Alright, so now we just need to solve this. You could cross off a 0 and a 0. And you could reduce however you want, okay? So I want to reduce 68 and 10. What goes into 68 and 10? 2. 2 goes into 10 5 times. 2 goes into 68 34 times. Alright. Nothing else really cross cancels, so we're going to have to multiply and divide by 5. Alright, so 36 times 34. We need to do that. And then we have to divide by 5. Maybe we should have waited to divide by 10. That would have been easier. Oh well. Too late. I'm already on this path. 14. 0, 18, 1, 9, 10. So let's see. 4, 12, 10. Did you guys get that? And now we have to divide it by 5 because the 5 was in the denominator. So 5 goes into 12 twice. Remainder of 2 here. 5 goes into 22 4 times. Remainder of 2. 5 goes into 24. Okay. I have to add a decimal point and a 0 here. So what? 4 is left over. 5 goes into 40. Okay, so we get that really fun number. 244.8 equals 10. Okay. Okay, write this number down because this time a different piece is missing from the puzzle. So write the sentence, 30% of what number is 123? Alright, so how are we going to write 30%? 30 over 100. Okay, of means times what number? N. Is means equals 123. Now in the last problem, did I have to do an algebra step to solve the equation? No, we just multiplied. That's it, right? But this time, do I have to do an algebra step to solve the equation? Yes. What do I have to do to solve for n, Jayla? Reciprocal. So we have to do 100 over 30 and 100 over 30. Okay? Kaden. Yeah, you're right. So let's cancel the zeros, and then I would do 3 goes into 3 once, and 3 goes into 123 41 times. And then you can multiply 41 times 10, and you get 410. That is one from your homework, I'm sure. This one may or may not be from tonight's homework. All right, write this one down. What percent of 480 is 450? So now a different piece is missing. Okay? There's 3 So for what percent, we're actually going to use P over 100. Instead of what number, we're looking for a percent, and when it's a percent, it's out of 100. Okay? So when it says what percent, do P over 100. Then of means multiply. Then we have 480, and we can put that over 1. And is means equals your 50. So when you multiply this, if you want to put this together as one fraction, you can put the 480 in front of the P and then over 100. And then how would we solve for P? Don't divide. How do we do the last problem? Multiply by the... Okay, good. So same thing. Sorry. So I have 100 over 480 and 100 over 480. That way, all we have left is P. All right, so put 450 over 1. You can cross these zeros off. What number goes into 45 and 48? 3. How many times does 3 go into 450? 150. 3 goes into 48 16 times. Okay. What else could we reduce? 10 to 16. 2 goes into both of those, so we could make this 8 and we could make this 5. Okay. 150 is divisible by 2 and so is 8, right? So let's do that again. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. What's 150 divided by 2? 75. Okay, so we're getting closer. Nothing else cross cancels. So now we have to do 75 times 5 and divide by 4. All right, so 75 times 5. 35, which is 37. Okay, and divide by 4. So how many times does 4 go into 37? 9 times with a 1 left over. How many times does 4 go into 15? 3 times with what left over? Okay, how many times does 4 go into 30? 7 times. So add another 0 here. Subtract 28, there'd be a 2 left over, right? So it goes in to 25 times. You guys always, when you're solving for percent, you want the percent sign with your answer. Yeah.
Just do a decimal